All right, so today is chicken processing day. Charlie and I and our friends Jesse and Chasity from Brook Homestead are coming over, and they are going to help us process our meat birds. So we helped them process their meat birds back in, when was that? Was it in June or May?
End of May, I believe.
Yeah, that was the end of May. Charlie and I are over here at Brook Homestead with our friends Jesse and Chasity, and we are helping them process their meat chickens today. So I'm in front of Jesse's chicken tractor, and we are going to be processing our meat chickens in about 3 to 4 weeks. So we're here helping them and also learning how to do it. We are so excited to be able to share our experiences and the process that we went through.
To put food on our table.
To put food on our table.
From our own yard.
From our own yard. Picking them up as chicks from the post office all the way to putting them in our freezer, which we just did last night. And it's just so exciting, and we're excited to be able to share our feelings about it and our experience with you. So today we are processing ours, and we've never done our own meat birds before. This is a first, so we're excited about it, and we're excited to let you know how the process goes for us. We chose for our meat birds, we chose Mcmurry Big Red Broilers, and so far, well, I guess this is the last day, but it has been an amazing experience. These have been really, really great meat birds. They've had a really calm disposition, and they've just been really easy to handle.
So here's our meat birds right here. And they're all getting ready to go.
They're a really good size.
Let's do this. All right, let's see what we got going on over here. Look. Hey! What are y'all doing?
We're here for a chicken butcher. What you doing?
Oh, look at this guy. A vlogger filming.
You like that?
I can't even.
It's actually a cooler.
I don't even know what to say.
I mean, I got my knife in it right now, but it's for, I don't want to have to set my beer down or have to go get another beer. So I'll be able to put my beer in here and keep it cool.
This is, there's no words for this.
Chastity,
this is awesome.
cute, and you look
and then,
look, hey, we're filming a podcast today too, right?
Oh yeah, let's do this. Alrighty. And Jesse was kind enough to bring the cones over from his house that he had set up, because I only had one set up, so he had to set up a 4, which definitely helped us out tremendously. So he brought those over here and he helped us get it all set up, and then because he had experience with doing this, he helped us make sure that we had the whole set up right with the right tables and the right knives and everything set up right there so we could do it. And then literally his expertise when it came to actually processing the bird was invaluable. It definitely helped us out a lot, you know, showed us another like little techniques on how to do it, because he has done it several times. And he picked up a lot of this from our friend Wes,
yeah,
which taught him and taught us the first time around. So definitely good. And like, you could tell that as we were going along, the birds were looking better and better, and like things are going really well. So here's our setup for us processing our chickens. So these are our cones that we're going to put the chickens in.
Nice.
And they're the hugging cones, so this is when they're going to have their last moment with us. This is where we're going to scald them so we can get the feathers loose. Then over here, here's our plucker. So we'll put them in there and all the feathers will come right off. And then right over here, this is our processing table. And this is where we'll clean them all up, and we'll put them right here in this cooler on some ice with some vinegar for a couple days, and we'll be good to go.
So one thing that I've mentioned in other videos that I really love about the homesteading community is that when you link arms with other homesteaders, it's really amazing because you learn things from them and they learn things from you. And whenever you're learning a new skill, like processing chickens, for example, it's really beneficial to go somewhere else to do it first. This was all brand new to me. I was living in the suburbs before. I was a city girl. I had never had chickens or processed anything. So going over to Willowbrook Homestead to learn about it was really, really helpful for me.
It was fun. So after we were doing all that, we were cleaning up all the chickens. The next thing was that they had to hit the cooler, right?
Yeah.
So we had a big, huge cooler set up. And in there we had a lot of ice. We had a layer of ice on the bottom. Then we put the chickens on it. We poured some white vinegar over them, put a bunch more ice on top of them. And then we closed it up and we let them stand there for, what, 2 days? About 48 hours?
Yeah.
Roughly, a little bit longer than that. And like we said, the heat here in South Carolina right now is unbelievable. We were in the high 90s yesterday, and literally I did not want to go out there and take raw chicken out and try to put them into the bags at that temperature outside. So we waited until the evening and we started doing it then. And it literally didn't take that long. So what we did when we were putting all these chickens in there is first of all, I went right up to the chickens and I took them out. And when I took them out of the cooler, I used these little towels right here and I dried them off so they weren't dripping wet at all. And then after I dried them off, I placed them right here into this bag. All right. And then after I placed them in that bag, I put this tube right here into the cavity of the chicken. All right, so it was like this, chicken's in here, straws inside the cavity of the chicken. Then I was grabbing this, twisting it up, and I put a zip tie on the bag. Then I pulled a zip tie tight, and then I was dunking the chicken like this, and I did it about 6 or 7 times, real quick, just quick dunks. And then the bag shrunk up around the chicken. And then I would pull the straw out, pull the zip tie tight, and then I clipped the end. And then after I did that, Lisa took it, she had another clean towel, and she dried off the outside of the bag, and then we placed them right into our freezer.
Yep.
And then after that, that was pretty much the end of it.
Yeah.
And then it was an easy cleanup. Didn't take us that long. I mean, literally, it was easy cleanup last night. I think it took me like 15 minutes to clean everything up. And then that was it. They were in the freezer and they're frozen. I checked out this morning, they're completely frozen. And it was, I'll tell you, I thought that this process or experience from the beginning all the way through, I was a little hesitant just because it was something new. But after going through this whole process, I am 100% hooked. And literally last night when we were completing it or finishing this off, I kept saying about how this is so easy and we're starting this all over again right away. And honestly, I would have ordered chicks last night to have them shipped to our house if it would have been for Lisa kind of putting the brakes on, just because it's so hot here in South Carolina over the summer.
Yeah.
And taking care of those little baby chicks at the very beginning would be a lot of work. But I am, as soon as we get a break in the weather, we're going to have them shipped here and we're going to start this process again, because this was a very good experience